Okay, our last book for today is Wet Willy by Danny Nicolosi. So, another read aloud. So let us get started. Willy is 10 years old, brown-haired, not so sure of himself, very scared. He lives in Raintown, hard not to frown. After school he goes, knowing he will see the foes. It's raining on the way to school. He has an umbrella. He's not a fool. It keeps him dry every other day, but today his umbrella broke and blew away. Almost to school, all soaking wet, seeing the bullies, he began to fret. Willy made it to school, but he was not feeling so cool. The bullies laughed and thought it was silly, so they called him Wet Willy. The bullies, Andy, Gary, and Jerry, made Willy feel not so merry. He was upset in the hallway, hoping they would stray. They followed him off to science class, Willy wishing the storm will pass. Time to do an experiment at the table. Willy is wondering, will he be able? All the other students had success, but Willy made a mess. He was so mad. This was the worst day he had. Off to PE class after the bell. What act will the bullies sell? He went to the bathroom, only time will tell. Uh-oh. The bullies dumped water on Willy. They thought it was so silly. Willy was embarrassed and shocked. He felt like a loser that was being mocked. For the bullies, this was a game. So much fun to put Willy to shame. In the cafeteria for lunchtime, with the goal of soaking Willy one more time. Oh. Willy was eating his lunch, then the bullies dumped their punch. It went all over Willy it went. He had enough. He was spent. There was no place to vent. In the hallway, Willy took a roam, sitting at his locker thinking he should just go home. He saw the bullies from afar. He ran as fast as a car. Out of school he ran to get away from the Willy van. Nothing new, running through the rain, trying to escape the mental pain. He thought, when will this end? Will my luck ever bend? It was a full day of rubble. Willy finally made it home in his safe little bubble. Willy's mom came home from shopping. He saw many bags and ideas were popping. The bags were a bunch of plastic. He knew that his new idea was fantastic. Willy took some bags to his room. Bada bing, bada boom. Isn't his mom mad at him for coming home and not finishing his school? He made a rainproof poncho, hoping he could be the town honcho. Willy went to bed, tossing and turning like the sea, wishing this new idea could set him free. Willy woke up and walked to school, thinking today he won't be a fool. It was another rainy and windy day. The bullies saw Willy and didn't know what to say. Today, the bully's umbrella Today the bully's umbrellas broke and flew away. Willy was dry and laughing at their dismay. It made Willy's day to see them soaking wet. Being dry meant he had nothing to fret. He got to school, happy to be dry. The bullies were mad with a hint of sly. They saw Willy at his locker. He now felt like the school rocker. Told them he had to go. A bad idea was starting to grow. Running through the rain all day and night, he thought he could spread this idea like lice. Oh. But first he had to look for more bags in the house, not letting Mom know, quiet as a mouse. He found thousands of bags in the closet and brought them to his room. The idea of making ponchos for everyone was like a sonic boom. He wondered how he could get these in every hand, so he set up a huge lawn stand. It was the very next day. Everyone went on their way. They all stopped to check it out, wondering what it was all about. Every single person in town bought one, so they could stay dry like the sun. The bullies even got some. They didn't want to feel dumb. Well, he finally won them over. He felt lucky like a four-leaf clover. He made so much money, it felt as sweet as honey. Sick of all the rain, ready to leave, he had such a happy heave. It was time for Willy and his family to pack up and go, so he could soar like a crow. A few hours later, Willy woke up feeling greater. He made it a suntown, impossible to feel down. It was sunny every day, a perfect place for Willy to play. Out with the old, in with the new. Sometimes bad things turn out good for you. When life makes you wet, getting dry is your best bet. Willy soon learned this and went on to live a life full of bliss. Willy soon learned this and went on to live a life full of bliss. Aw, that was such a nice story. I really liked that. So there's the boy named Willy, and he gets made fun of because he's all wet because his umbrella broke. The bullies make fun of him and get him all wet all day. Then he goes home because he feels so bad, and he sees his mom with plastic shopping bags. Oh wow. Whenever I read the rhyming book, I start to rhyme. Willy made rain ponchos for everyone. And now his sadness was undone. Okay, so yeah, Willy, he went home and he made rain ponchos out of his mom's shopping bags. Then he went to school the next day and saw the bullies who were teasing him with their umbrellas broken and getting all soaked and wet. Then Willy got an idea. He decided to make rain ponchos for everyone. He found tons of plastic bags in a closet and started making them. He sold all of the rain ponchos and made a lot of money. Then he moved to Suntown, and he could live a happy life without all the rain. And the moral is, well, out with the old, in with the new. Sometimes bad things turn out good for you. I really like that sentence, and I think it displays the moral of the entire book. Sometimes bad things can turn out good. And I think that was really nice. I really liked that. And for Willy, things turned out great. I think this was a really nice story. It was super fun, and it's a great book for kids to read. I'd say a nice book to read to a toddler or somebody starting school, like kindergarten. A nice book for kindergartners and preschools to listen to, and it's a pretty nice book. I really enjoyed it and thought it was really nice how Willy turned a bad thing into a good thing, and he was finally able to have fun in Suntown, a place where it was impossible to feel down. I really like this book. It's pretty easy to read, a 9 out of 10 on the easy to read scale. And I give it a rating of 10 out of 10. I really like the illustrations also. They are super cute and colorful.